Hi all, and welcome to the Embroidery Club preview for March. This month we'll be working with borders and the one-stitch quilting border, the fabric border, but then also border designs. This design is set up so that it can be used as just the single design as you see it here. This can also be strung together and used as a border. So this is two of the designs, and I mirrored the second one. There's a basting border that's included with this that you can use to basically make chain it together borders. Depending on the machine that you have, you may need to do that manually by using the border stitch to help you with your placement. Or depending on your machine, you could use the border function to create that border. I think this would make a really cute valance or maybe even a dust ruffle. Or you could use it actually as a really wide pillowcase border, a wall hanging, whatever. This particular design, this is basically this and this are the same design here, if you look at it this way. So this design comes in 4 different sizes. So the small is 5x7, the medium is for 6x9, the large is 8x11, and then the extra large is 9x13. That's the design size. So again, if you combine them, you can make them longer. This is the bunny border design. This also, so these are both extra large. This just has a much bigger border on it. But both of these would be perfect for placemats. And in fact, this is the large size, and this would work for placemat as well because the finished size on this one is 11x15. So really, it just depends on how big of borders you make going out this way. In addition to the bunny border design, I've done some just separate flowers, and these come in 4 sizes as well. This is the small size, and these designs are just a single flower. Here you can see I've just chained them together to make a border. So this is the small, and the medium, large, extra large. And then I've added the little heart. So there's one that's got 3 together and then a single. So again, just kind of depending on the size of your hoops, you could chain those together and make borders. And then I've also done some pre-set up borders for you. So the rectangle, kind of a rounded rectangle, and then also an oval, and separate designs. So the bunny separately and the chick separately. So there's just some very fun designs. So the other thing with this month is different threads. All of the designs are set up as triple run line, which means it's a 3-pass, and they're all a very long stitch. So it's perfect for using different types of threads, meaning other than your standard 40 weight just embroidery thread, they're also ideal to use a 30 weight embroidery thread. This just shows you an example of different weight threads. In addition to all of the border designs, the project this month is kind of whatever you want to make it because it's really about stitching the designs, but I am going to do a demo on how to do the one-stitch border. And you can see here, these borders, you can really make them in any width that you want. So this is down to a 1/2 inch. These are both 1 inch. These are 1.5 inches. This one is 2 inches. Generally 2 inches is about as wide as I go, but really you can make them pretty much any width. This usually is about the most narrow and about the most wide. But again, you could take this down to a 1/4 inch or even wider than the 2. It's a really easy process, and it's kind of my go-to for doing what I consider a small project, but having it be able to finish really nicely. This size thing is perfect for like a wall hanging. This is a great like trivet or pot holder size. The other reason that I really like this one-stitch border technique is that these are just folded in, your mitered corners here at the sides. I've got one here that I did out of plain fabric, and hopefully you'll be able to see this a little bit better. So your miters are just folded in at the sides. They're not stitched, which means there's a little pocket right here. That pocket goes all the way through, so it's the perfect way to add a little hanging rod in there. And this is just a dowel from the craft store and then just a little piece of ribbon. It's perfect for making a wall hanging or a door hanging. But then you can also use it easily without. And here you could just use like some Insulbrite and make this like a pot holder or a trivet. But again, it's just the perfect way to finish that off. The back side is just all solid, so everything is just nicely finished. All right, so that's the preview for this month. Stitched bunny border designs and one stitch quilting borders. Let's get started.